welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hey, how you doing? My name is Ash. I'm a makeup artist, book lover, makeup lover, and today's video is going to be all about makeup and decluttering it. I don't want to keep this intro too long because I'm pretty sure when I start to film this declutter, it's going to be a very long video. But today's video is going to be all about decluttering my blushes, my bronzers, my contours, and my highlighters. I thought it'd be great to just get right into all three of those and just get rid of some super old stuff. There are stuff from my last declutter that I haven't touched. There's stuff that I've been holding on to for years for reasons I still don't know. So I really want to just dwindle down my collection as much as possible. Granted, I am still buying makeup, I am still trying out new stuff, but I want to get rid of the old stuff. That's like the main thing, and stuff that I'm not using and stuff that I've said I'm gonna keep trying until I like it and I just don't, so why hold on to it? I'm just in a phase in my life where I want to get rid of so much stuff. I'm tired of having so much, and I love makeup still, I do, and I love buying it, I love collecting it, just not as much as I used to. Like the collecting part, I obviously still really love makeup, but my collection, like my want to collect things, has shifted to books, and I just don't want to hold on to like hundreds of products that I'm just not reaching for, so why not get rid of it? I did do a declutter for my lipsticks. I got that down quite a lot from over 200, and I'm very excited for that, even though I did buy some like new lipsticks if you saw my haul video. But yeah, that's the gist of what this video is the decluttering of face products. So let's just hop into it because I know that this is gonna be super long.
I didn't fully think this through because my desk right here, which is on this side, there's a cat. Hi Carl. The drawer doesn't open all the way because my desk is in the way, because I need to rearrange my room, which I'll probably do after I declutter. But I have a blush drawer, and this drawer is foundations, primers, and some liquid contour and stuff, and powder contour, bronzers, and then I have highlights on this side, and then excess eyeshadow palettes, and then the bottom is all the eyeshadow palettes I used last year. I need to figure out how to get these drawers open without completely moving my desk just yet, so give me a second and then we'll get started. And hopefully the lighting is decent. I'm playing with the exposure, but it is what it is. So I kind of have it separated by like palette and stuff on this side, and powders and what doesn't fit for the creams on this side. I really want to really dwindle this down because there are several things in here that are super old I'm just not reaching for, and I honestly don't know how much I have right now. So I'm going to just go ahead and start here. So first up is from ColourPop. What's this? Brute Flute. I used this once. It's still good, but it's just not a shade. Oh, you really can't see that. Much better. So it's not a shade that I go for, so I'm gonna get rid of it. This is from Merit. This is in the shade Fox. This is actually really beautiful. I haven't used this in a while, but I'm going to hold on to this so I can use it at some point. I just have a box to the side here where I'm just throwing what I'm not keeping. This is a brush from Pharmacy. It is a beautiful blush. Can I get you open with my nails? Just looks like that. I don't particularly like Pharmacy. This was sent to me by a friend on TikTok that used to work for the brand, but they're like an MLM and I'm just not into that. This is from Ciate London. This is Dollface. This is a absolutely beautiful blush. It is shimmery. It's like one of the shimmery ones that I don't mind because it's a lighter shimmer. So I am going to hold on to that one. This is from Apple Doll. This is a True Love blush in the shade Eve. I am affiliated with this brand. I have a discount code. I think it's just artistryxashh. But it's a beautiful shade. I actually really do like that. Lottie London Serene Ombre Blush. This is a very beautiful orangey blush, not brush. I don't know how well the lighting. I feel like the lighting is just super off. But it's beautiful. I think I'll hold on to that one. This is from Lucky Chick. I either got this in Ipsy or BoxyCharm. It's not a bad blush, but when it comes to like a cream, I don't like the formula that much on it. It's a little hard to blend out, and it just doesn't really look that great on me. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. This one is from Natasha Denona. This is actually quite old. This is, what are you? Mini Bloom. Very shimmery. I don't know why I picked this up, but I haven't used it since my last declutter, so I'm gonna get rid of that. The NYX Barbie collab. I really like this. Like, I can't use that highlight. It's way too dark on me. I don't know if that one was supposed to be a bronzer. But, like, it's a beautiful shade. And, you know, I just got this last year. I think I'm gonna hold on to that. And I have quite a few ColourPop blushes. This is the Alice in Wonderland collab in the shade Silence. I absolutely love this. It's super bright. I'm gonna keep that one. This one is Sorrento. In this collection, I'm using up Rustica. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. Yeah. Then I have two from the Lizzie McGuire collection. Again, they're like shimmery. And just, I don't know. I didn't really care for them. I don't know why I kept them. And then two from the Powerpuff collection. Again, that one is like all busted. I didn't really care for the Powerpuff Girls collection, but I'm also not a big Powerpuff Girl fan. They're alright. Don't like hate me for that. They're just not my favorite cartoon. And this is the Jaclyn Hill Love Poem Luminous Rouge powder blush. I don't care for powder blushes. I don't know if I will ever care for them, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I mean, that's not bad so far. This is the Oublou's Rosy Drops from Drunk Elephant. I don't remember how I felt when I tried this. Maybe I will hold on to this and give it another shot. And these two are from Kaja. This is, oh wow, same shade, both in the shade Koi. And I used both of them. It's one of those heart stamp ones. It's not really working that well. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Is this one doing the same thing? No, that one's better. I'll hold on to this one. They are quite fun. I'll do my palettes last because I have all these like liquids and sticks and I need to really not have so many. And I do have more blushes in my daily rotation, so I'm not going to pull those out because I'm obviously using them. Irene K Hydromaniac in the shade Wrecked. I absolutely love this. I need to use it more, but it's a beautiful shade. These blush bombs from Flower Beauty, they are pretty, but I literally do not reach for them like at all. And plus they're like really old. So I'm gonna say goodbye to these. This is from Ciate London. This is the Dewy Blush and the Glossy Cheek Tint in the shade Watermelon. This smells so good and it's such a beautiful color. Like, I definitely have to keep those. And this is from Purelyse. This is a cheek color and some shade. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I do like the formula on this, but it is quite old at this point because I got it through Skeepers. I honestly think maybe 2 years ago because I believe I got this around the time when my dad passed. And the e.l.f. Halo Glow blush wands. I will be honest, I didn't really care for these. I tried them out when they first launched and I just haven't wanted to reach for them. I do like the contour wand over this, but like these, I don't know. Wasn't that much of a fan of them. I have these two cream blushes from L.E.J. Beauty in the shade OMG. It's a very pretty shade. I don't reach for these at all. Like, I honestly don't really use cream blushes all that much. I do have, you know, a few exceptions that I'll use, but like for the most part, I don't reach for these. But honestly, I'd rather have like a liquid blush from Rare Beauty or e.l.f. and call it a day. So I think I'm gonna pass on these. I love this brand, but I just don't reach for those. So same way, this is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I am going to get rid of this one. It's not a bad shade, but I used it like once in the year and a half since I bought this. And now I'm left with a bunch of sticks, which I think I'm gonna get rid of majority of this. So this one is from Wander Beauty. This has a blush on one side. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. So even though that's a pretty blush, I just don't reach for it and the highlight shade is too dark for me. And then these are all from Jaclyn Hill. They are pretty. They are very intense, but like the brand doesn't exist anymore and I have not used these since I got them. But those are very pretty bright shades. I don't know. I wanted to like these. Like, they're not bad, but like the brand is gone. A ColourPop blush stick in the shade, I don't know. I've had this for a while. I actually used up one of these completely, but I think I'm going to pass on this because I think that this is maybe 3 years old. And a blush from Anastasia. There is a brush on one side and a cream on the other, and this is in the shade Pink Dahlia. I think I'm going to keep this one because I do like the formula on this. And then these are a bunch of e.l.f. mini sticks. They're like multi-use monochromatic sticks. I'm going to get rid of all of these because I bought these and just used them once 2 years ago. And I have this really bad habit of leaving the packaging on things. Don't mind that. I have one other blush. This is from Danessa Myricks. This is the Dew Wet Balm in the shade Rosewater. It's technically not a blush, but it's like so dark on me that I was using it as a blush. but I honestly do not like this. I'm very interested in this brand, but this was a pass for me. Now we're officially into the palette. So I have a Cheeky palette from LAJ Beauty. I love this, especially this highlight. This highlight is so pretty. And I obviously keep this in my blush drawer because it's 3 blushes. Definitely gonna keep that. Then I have the 2 Rouge Romance blush palettes from Jaclyn Hill. These were absolutely gorgeous. Again, I'm getting rid of most of the stuff from this brand. Hank & Henry Blush On palette. I think I'm going to pass on this because I do love these colors. I just never reach for them. And if I'm going for these bright pops of colors, I'm gonna go for like a cream version of it instead of a powder. It's just how I work. It is gorgeous though, and I like the formula on it. I need to not keep so much. So Toy Factory Sunset palette. This is actually an absolutely beautiful palette. I got this in, I think, BoxyCharm a couple months ago, and I absolutely love it. Definitely gonna hold on to that. And I will never part ways with my Likely Makeup blush palettes. This is the Fairy Blush palette. It is unconventional, but gorgeous. I love it. This is like a perfect everyday shade. Obsessed still. Smashbox Halo palette. The brand did send this to me. This is in the pink one. Absolutely beautiful. So you have a highlight, a blush, another blush-ish color, and a bronzer contour. I've really been enjoying these, so I'm gonna hold on to that one. And I will never ever give up this palette from Lunar Beauty, the Moon Prism blush. It is absolutely divine. I love it. And that leaves 3. So this is from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the Surrender palette. It's a glowy blush palette. And as much as I said I don't like glowy blushes, this is an exception because it is absolutely beautiful. I love this. I need to use it more, but like I just don't go for a glowy blush every day. This is a blush palette from Tarte, the Precious Gems. Tarte blushes are absolutely gorgeous. This is a gorgeous palette. I love these shades. I love mixing them, and I'm definitely holding on to this. This is one of the few Tarte items I have left. And then this is from Ciate and in collaboration with Smiley. This is a all shimmer palette again, but I don't like the tones in here that much, so I'm going to actually pass on this one. So I'm only getting rid of a handful of palettes. So I have 7 palettes, not including my other Likely Makeup palette, and that is all of the blushes I have left. I'm very happy with that. So let me clean up for a second, and then we'll move on to bronzer, contour, and then get into highlighting. Alright, this one is going to be a little bit harder to see everything because it's kind of just all jumbled, but I'm going to start, I think, over here. So I have my Anastasia contour stick in the shade Fawn. I am definitely going to keep that one because it's one of my favorite cream contours. I'm not going to open this because it's pretty messy. I am going to keep the e.l.f. Halo Glow contour, but I am going to get rid of this e.l.f. putty bronzer. Just wasn't that much of a fan of it. And I'm also going to get rid of the LAJ Beauty one that I have because this shade just does not work well on me. These are just concealers back here, so I'm not going to worry about those. Let's start by down here. This is my KVD Beauty Good Apple Sculpt thing. I just got this, so I'm going to hold on to that. Same with the NYX Buttermelt bronzer. I'm definitely going to hold on to that. I'm also going to hold on to this cream bronzer from Anastasia. This is in the shade Sunkissed. It's one of my favorite cream bronzers. This is Ciate London, the Bamboo Bronzer South Beach shade. I like the formula on this, but it just isn't the right shade for me. Way too warm and deep, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then this is the Kimchi Chic one in the shade Thaler Bronzer. Again, it's a beautiful formula, but it's just not the right shade for me. And this is the Elma Beauty Double Take Sculpting and Bronzing Powder in the shade White Pearl. It is a really nice light shade for me. You can barely see it, but it does work on my face, so I am going to hold on to that. And a little palette from Anastasia. I actually quite like this. I am definitely going to hold on to it. This shade works for me. The highlight shade also works. I like this blush, even though it's a little shimmery, but like the tones in here I just absolutely love. And I have another bronzer from Jaclyn Hill. This is the shade Vitamin D. I think, yeah, I do like the formula on this. I am keeping the other bronzer I have. I think I might hold on to this for now, but in the future I might get rid of this. And then I think I'm going to get rid of this one from Kiko Milano. This is a beautiful baked bronzer, but like it just pulls a little bit too orange on me. And it's just really light, and you know, I'm fair, so like I like the light stuff, but like if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I think the rest on this side is all palettes. I am definitely going to keep my Creature Cosmetics Carve Your Face palette. This is such
a beautiful palette. It has 2 blushes and then like a contour and like a bronzer. I use this contour all the time. I am obsessed with it. And like the packaging is just so cool. This is the KVD Beauty Shade and Light Contour in Lucid and Somber. I think that's how you say it. I never use this powder because it pulls too yellow on me, but this is a really nice contour. It's not the most cool toned on me. It can sometimes pull really warm on me. It just depends on what I'm using on my face at the time, but I do like this. I think I have the full size. Or did I get rid of that? This is a maybe to hold on to. I was right. I have the full contour palette. I thought I had this. So obviously this mini one is just these 2 shades here, and this is actually pretty new to me. This one is actually pretty old, so I'm gonna keep the bigger palette to get more use out of it and then toss this one because this one is probably over 4 years old at this point. This is a palette from Ofra Cosmetics, and I'll be honest, I don't really care for it, so I am going to get rid of this. Sculpt palette from LAJ Beauty. I am definitely going to keep this one because I really enjoy the formula on it. I can't use some of the shades, but I can use them for like eyeshadow and to blend out some stuff, so I'm going to keep that. This is from Ace Beauté. This is the Ultimate Sculpt palette. Just looks like that. I think I'm going to get rid of this. I did get this in BoxyCharm and I tried it and it was okay for what it is, but I prefer others more. So I'm going to pass on this. And I think I'm unfortunately going to pass on the rest of this, and this is the Wet n Wild collection with Lilo and Stitch. This is so pretty, but I just do not reach for this at all. I love Wet n Wild and I like this collection, but I just don't reach for it. And then I have the cream contour and powder contour set from e.l.f. I am going to pass on both of these. Again, it's just a preference on other products, so they're not bad. They are actually pretty great for what they are. I just have a preference on something better. Wow, is that really all that I had? Alright, not bad. So obviously I have the palettes to put back, but I am pretty happy with how this looks. So let me clean up again and then we'll get into the highlighters. Alright, so this is my dreaded highlight drawer. I have a lot of highlights. It goes all the way back here, so there's quite a lot to get through. So let's just get started. I'll start with these palettes. So this is from Other Side. It's the Alva 2-1. I really like this. Like, it is stunning, and I haven't used it in a while, so I'm gonna hold on to this just so I have an excuse to use it again. And this is from Très Loose Beauty. I apologize if I say this wrong. I am gonna get rid of this because the only shade in here I can use is this one, and like, it's a pretty highlight, but it's not the most intense, so I am just gonna pass on this. And then I have another cheeky palette from LAJ Beauty. This is in number 4. I honestly like this, but I think I'm gonna pass on it because they pull too dark on me. But like, do you see that? That's an indie brand. That is gorgeous. And these are more highlights from LAJ Beauty. They are singles. They are absolutely stunning. Little like duochrome. Absolutely gorgeous. Definitely going to keep those because they are stunning. And I have this one from Blend Bunny, the Noctilucent one. This is absolutely stunning. I don't reach for it as much, but I really need to because it is just perfection. Like, it is just so glistening. Like, these are similar to the LAJ Beauty ones, but like, there's differences. Subtle, but there's differences. This one is from the ColourPop and Rudolph collection from their first round when they released this, and I don't know why I kept it. I don't really like it on me. I think I kept it for the packaging. I'm gonna be covered in glitter, and like, I'm okay with that, but my husband is not. This is the Kinder Glow highlighting palette. I got this in Snarls box, and like, it's pretty, but like, I literally do not reach for it at all. And like, it's nothing like overly special. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm trying to be really strict with my highlighters because I have too many. Not as much as I have like eyeshadow, obviously, but still a lot. Hey, this is the Michaela Glam Light Part 2 palette. I'm not gonna try to say it in her Boston accent. This is really pretty, but I do not reach for it. The only shade I would really reach in here for is this green one, which is pretty, but I like have other green shades that I like, and I have other blue ones that I like, and then this one is like just too dark on me. It's straight up like gold. So I think I'm gonna pass on this. I do really like the Michaela collection. I just don't reach for anything other than the eyeshadow palettes. Then this is the Creature Cosmetics Hack and Slash highlighting palette. This is technically too dark on me to be a highlight, but these work beautiful on the eyes. Like, I think I'm gonna move this out of my highlighting drawer and put it with my eyeshadow palettes. So that's basically all my palettes, and it's mainly just singles and some liquids. I have this from Deck of Scarlet. This isn't horrible. There's a cream on the bottom. It is very messy. And then the top is a powder, a Radiant Rose and Sugared Rose. And like, they're not bad, but they do pull too dark on me. I think when I did my video with these, I used them as eyeshadows, but I'm going to pass on this. It's a dewy highlight from Ciate London. I don't even remember using this. Oh, that's way too dark. Oh yeah, way too dark for me. And these are the two highlighting ones from e.l.f. Again, I'm not going to open these because they get messy. I definitely prefer the contour over this. Like I said, these aren't horrible, but I don't really care for them. This is a Medusa's Makeup Halo Glow Face Stick. This I got directly from the brand, and like, it's like a bluey green reflect, but I don't like how this applies on the face, or the body for that matter, so I am going to go ahead and toss this one. And this is a liquid highlighter from LEJ Beauty, almost like a straight up silver white. As much as I adore this, I don't use it that much because it pulls straight silver on me, but it is gorgeous, but I'm gonna pass on it. Like I said, I gotta be a little bit cutthroat with this. I can't be wishy-washy. And this is ColourPop Lunch Money. ColourPop highlighters are so wonderful, but this one pulls a little bit too gold on me, and I haven't used this in forever. I'm surprised it's not dried out. So another bin done. Did I keep anything in there? I don't think I kept anything from that. Wow. This one's gonna be a little bit harder to get through because I want to keep a lot of this. Right off the bat, I am definitely keeping my unearthly ones. These are gorgeous. This one is shattered, but I still use it. That was Spectre. This one's Twilight, Spellbinding, and Mirage. They are absolutely gorgeous. Love those. From Luxby Aesthetic, this is Kalani. This is a blue, and it is very stunning, but very subtle. Like, oh, love that. I love Luxby. Definitely holding on to that. And then these are all from Odin's Eye. I'm definitely going to keep those. This one is Rose Sky. So gorgeous. Azure Shine, which is a blue. Is so pretty. And Lavender Dreams. Again, so pretty. And Moon Talk, which is a green. Oh, so pretty. I am obsessed with all things sparkly and colorful. As much as it pains me to say this, I think I'm going to part ways with my Game Beauty ones, only because they are quite old and they're not performing as they used to. But the green one I have still works for me, so I'm going to hold on to that one, which is somewhere in my other collection. But these four I'm going to say goodbye to. This one is from Half Magic Beauty. This one is really pretty, but it's too dark on me. But I am such a fan of Half Magic. I need to try more from them, but like, this is just slightly too dark for me. And then these are all from LEJ Beauty. I think I'm going to get rid of them just because I have some highlights in her other palettes, and I have these singles, and I like those a little bit better. That one's just straight up too dark on me. Like, they're really pretty, don't get me wrong, but like I said, I like the single ones better, and I have those in the palette, so I'm gonna pass on these. And this one is from Natasha Denona. This was the Pastel Plexi Glow Highlighter, and it's supposed to be like a pinky green shift, something like that, and it's just like kind of a boring highlighter. Like, you'd think it'd be like something amazing, but it's just kind of boring, and I don't like it. And that was way too much money. Way too much money. Okay, this one is from Oma Beauty. It's the Double Take Skin Perfecting Highlighter in White Pearl. This is a really, really pretty, like, pinky shade. I love that. Keeping that. I'm down to the last bit, and it's all Jaclyn Hill. So these were the, I don't know, the baked highlighters? Highlighter, whatever. Like, they're not bad. Like, Jaclyn knows how to do highlighters. I just didn't like a lot of the colors on me, because as much as she says, like, she is super pale, she is not that pale, and her palest does not really work for me. And this is the loose one. This one is extra, and I do like the loose highlighters like that. Like, you can't tell me that that is not stunning. I think I'm gonna keep this one. Like, do you see that shine? Like, I know I have like a ton of highlighter already on my hand, but like that, oh, I love that.
So that'll be one that I keep. And this one was Hypnotic, which is like a purpley one. I am just gonna get rid of these 3. So all in all, not bad. I got rid of quite a lot. I'm happy with that. So literally 3 palettes and just a handful of highlighters. I am so happy with that. So what I'm gonna do now is tally up exactly how many I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of, and seeing what I had pulled to the side that I'm using in my daily rotation. So give me a second and I will be back to wrap up this video, but I am so happy with literally everything that I've been doing lately. Alright, so this box is almost all the way filled with all my stuff. I did some math here. So I had a total of 63 blushes. I kept 26, got rid of 37. For contour and bronzer, I had 38. I kept 27. I trashed 12. And for highlighters, I had 55. I kept 27 and got rid of 28. So I am super happy with this. I feel much more comfortable having a smaller collection now. And granted, I do have some new products that I haven't added into the totals here because I have them set to the side to use in a future video. Overall, this is the majority of what I have. But thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's probably a super long one, but I love watching these. I love making them, and I can't wait to do another declutter, which I believe will be accumulation of lashes, foundations, concealers, powders, primers, and eye pigments. I think I'm going to make one massive video of the last of what I have to do, and that will be coming out in a couple weeks. I just have to figure out the best time to film that, but I am so happy with this. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you want, you can follow me on my other socials. I'm artistryxashh everywhere. But other than that, I think that's it. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.
Turn this life into something that you can never run. So fight